why does the world need swap lines if there's a Eurodollar system? So Joe Biden asked that question. Joe, thanks for having the mental wherewithal to actually figure out how to be on my live stream, buddy. I'm actually pretty shocked that you figured out how to actually type in that question. I'm even more shocked you came up with that question. I think one of your speech writers must have come up with that question for you. So the reason they're trying to use these swap lines is to get around the fact that the Eurodollar system itself is broken. Because you've got a great point that we shouldn't need swap lines. The Eurodollar system should be providing the dollars. The commercial banking system outside the United States should be providing those dollar-denominated loans to those corporations. But the problem is no one wants to lend them money because they know those corporations are insolvent. Because it's not a liquidity problem, it's a solvency problem. And when your cash flows dry up, you got no cash flow, it doesn't matter how liquid you are, you're bust. And so none of the banks want to create dollars or Eurodollars to lend to these guys because they know that they're going out of business. So then the Fed comes in, they don't know what to do. So they set up these swap lines, just makeshift, and just hope and pray, or maybe there's something a little more malicious, but we'll just take it at face value that they're just trying to throw everything up against a wall to see what sticks. Problem with the swap lines is that goes to the central banks of the other countries, and then the banking system has to access those dollars to do what? Just create more dollar-denominated loans. Well, it's completely ridiculous. They don't need balance sheet capacity. They don't need. You need a mechanism that's going to get dollars to the corporations that need them to stay afloat. But again, that's just temporary, because even if they did get the funding they need, it's just a little Band-Aid. It's just a little bit of shot of heroin to the heroin addict. After they get done with the temporary high, they're still going to go into horrible withdrawals because they're still a heroin addict. The swap lines or the dollars or the euro dollars or the additional loans or whatever, that doesn't cure them of the disease. They're still an addict. And the only thing that would cure an addict is if they go cold turkey. But no one wants to do that, because then you have to go through some serious economic pain to actually restructure the economy to where it wasn't addicted on all these monetary drugs. So it's a very good question, but that's the reason, because they don't need it, but well, how should I say that? They wouldn't need it if the Eurodollar system was functioning properly. But as Jeff Snyder has shown us, the Eurodollar system broke in 2008 and it's never been fixed. And we cannot have a structural recovery unless we fix the global monetary system and just create a new one. And those are Snyder's words, not mine. And Snyder's 10 times smarter than I'll ever be. So if you're not watching his show with Emil Kalinowski, another good buddy of mine, make sure that you're doing that. It's Making Sense. It's their show on YouTube, and it's a podcast. And it's a must watch. It's a must listen for sure.